Hi there, family. It's Goddess Arakaya here, and I hope you're all having a wondrous, glorious, and loving now. Today, I've felt the need to share with you some wisdom, and it's about us being energetic beings and just allowing the Zen flow to neutralize every situation that we may possibly be in. So, I do understand that lately I've heard a lot of beings are being manipulated by energy to a certain extent when it comes to dealing with what people perceive as energy vampires. So I always try to explain that I understand that it's not fair, and even if it's an absolute stranger, you could be doing a road rage, scenario on the road, and someone's biting up your alley, something like that. Or you just might feel like maybe a friend or a family relative is just sucking the life force out of you, and you just have to learn how to, you know, be open to receive many different ways of dealing with these types of beings. Because at the end of the day, we have to realize that sometimes it's unintentional, and that's because depending on what frequency people are vibrating at, depends on what the knowledge that they have right now and how to cope as a coping mechanism for us as beings. Because it's very mundane to feel attacked and to feel, you know, that beings might be taken for a ride, and energetically speaking. So, if I could just give you some advice, energy vampires don't exist. What exists is you consenting or not consenting your energy to go out. So, if you're dealing with, say, an energy vampire, which is what you perceive it to be, or someone that's just take, you have to understand that what you allow to go out will go out. So if you, okay, if for an example, you're dealing with some energy vampire type activity through a family friend, and you're trying to neutralize the situation and you just can't get it off your mind, and you're like, wow, that person's an energy vampire. Well, actually, in all honesty, they're not. What they are a being experiencing a divine lesson in this lifetime. And if we can neutralize ourselves by just going, okay, I'm going to step away from this situation or this being, I'm going to analyze this situation, and I'm going to go, okay, well, if I don't consent to give my energy out, it can't affect me. So even though that type of particular being is, so to say, being an energy vampire and sucking my energy up, I'm not going to give that consent out. So you can actually physically and spiritually not consent to that being taking parts of your energy, because it is very tiring, and it's a progression that happens in a lot of friendships and situations on this planet. And I've seen it in workplaces, I've seen it in family and friends, I've seen it all over the place. And you just have to understand, for words of wisdom, if you can just remove yourself from the equation and just understand that that being is not an energy vampire, they're not a taker, because you don't consent your energy. So you should go, okay, well, I don't like the way that you're communicating with me right now. I don't like the way that you have not created this boundary that I have within me. I'm not going to consent to you trying to manipulate my energy because you don't have my consent. You may say it spiritually, you may just think it through and know your own routine, but don't allow yourself to fall in the bridge gap, because you are a divine being, God, Goddess, and you deserve the world. And your everyday, journey should be so close to your heart. And just what I'm saying is, don't allow people to manipulate your energy. If you don't want to take part in something, doesn't matter if it's a place or an experience or a lesson or, so to say, a being, do not consent to it. That's it. Don't allow it to go through, absorb through your auric fields. Don't allow it to affect your soul, because you are the one in control, you see, and you are the one that will be able to manipulate your own energy and control of what does and does not have your consent. So you all have a wondrous, glorious, and loving day, and I hope that I can help you along this journey on this planet. Just to understand, a little bit of wisdom goes a long way if you just understand the greater picture. I love you all. Take care.